Rising above the line is where the infinite possibilities reside. It's important to have an understanding of what it takes to cross that line and then thrive above the line. You can't thrive when you're plagued with survival reactions. We all have an artificial ceiling, I'll call it the upper limit. Conditioning tells us that what's above the line is not available to us because of whatever reason, fill in the blank. We also have an artificial floor, I'll call it the lower limit. Our conditioning tells us that if we fall below this line, it's over. Rising above the line, people find themselves living in the zone. Not too much, not too little. It's a comfort zone. You go up too high, you get uncomfortable. You get too low, you get uncomfortable. The upper limit is not just a line, it's more like a barrier. And in this barrier, we have this space, and this is why it's so difficult to get across. When you talk to people who've gone through this, they can describe the experience. Very few people can talk about how they did it, and that's what the 7 Fitness is and why I came up with it, because what I noticed is people who were above that, they all had a similar experience, but what was different is how to get there. Some people use meditation, some people use shock, they lost everything, whatever it is, but there is a process, and that's what we talk about in the 7 Fitness series. And you see we have stories, bad experiences, violence, good experiences, habit patterns, things our teachers told us, things our parents told us, things our sisters and brothers told us, things we saw in the neighborhood. The reason I have good experience with the star is because that can get into this thing, this is cousin of willpower. I don't want power. There might be something that was so pleasurable that you never ever want to do something else. And so good experiences could actually be in here too. Sometimes we got to get past that. Then we have crossing the line can take a lifetime. The quote, Judson Brewer, the biggest obstacle to habit change is habit itself. And that's what inspired me to put this webinar together. Literally, when I started thinking about that quote, I said, okay, we actually have to, before we can do this work about changing habits, we have to learn how to break the habit of being governed by habit.